What kind? This simple question may seem harmless, but as I watched my dad try to hold back tears, I realized that it was the scariest question that I would ever ask. It was March 16th of last year, and a week earlier I had had surgery to remove a mass from my thigh. Since then, I had been waiting to find out what it was. But it wasn't until I asked that question that I really believed that I could be sick. I mean, I was obviously aware that it could be cancerous, but I was 17. I was healthy and I was active. I didn't have anything in my life that would suggest that I was at risk. So realizing that I was now going to be labeled as cancer patient was a lot to handle. But the realization was nothing compared to what I would face in the upcoming months. In short, my battle was an extremely eye-opening experience. You see, before I was diagnosed, I wasn't appreciative of everything that I had. I was afraid to step out of my comfort zone. I wasn't as positive as I could have been. I wasn't living life to the fullest. But while I was in treatment, everything changed. There were days that I was in the hospital where I found myself wondering how I could have possibly taken fresh air for granted, let alone many other things. But the reason I tell you this story is not so that you'll feel bad for me, but so that you don't make the same mistake that I made. Everyone should learn to be more appreciative, to step out of their comfort zone and face their fears, and to create their own happiness in order to live life to the fullest. The problem with most people our age, and honestly people of all ages, is that we don't necessarily appreciate the important things in our lives. And generally, we're pretty quick to focus on the negative. Now, we might think that we're being appreciative, but every single person in this class was able to think of at least one thing that they took for granted when I asked them. Since family and friends were so high on the list, I wondered how you would respond to my next question. When I asked you how long it had been since you told the most important person in your life how you felt about them, I got a wide range of answers. For some of you, it had been within 2 weeks, or even better, within a day. So great job, you guys. But for the rest of you, which is over half of you, it had been over a month, more than a year, or you had never actually told that person how you really felt about them. Part of the reason for this might be because people are afraid. And a lot of times they let their fears control their actions. So the question is, why? Why do we shy away from our fears? Why is it so easy to take these things for granted? Why is it so difficult to tell people how we really feel about them? The truth is, it's really easy to feel like we're invincible when we're young and healthy. I know I certainly felt that way a year ago. I began to question how meaningful my life had actually been up until that point. I was forced to think about every goal I hadn't accomplished, every fear I'd left unconquered, and every word I'd left unsaid. During that time, I decided that I would start living the life that I wanted to live. I would start living life to the fullest. So I started doing my best to stay positive, and I started appreciating things on a deeper level. Even if I woke up in the morning feeling sick and weak, I'd remember that at least I wasn't in the hospital, and I could go right back to my own bed if I wanted to. The way that these simple thoughts have changed my life is incredible, and they can change your life too. So start looking for the positive in every day, because it can change your life, truly. These don't even have to be big things. I know that sometimes I just think about how awesome it is that I have eyelashes again, and it brightens my day. You have no idea how much power lies in a positive perspective. But along with changing my outlook, I also started facing my fears and getting out of my comfort zone. According to HuffingtonPost.com, one of the most effective ways to banish fear is to repeatedly force yourself to face what you're afraid of. Easier said than done, I know, but it's so worth it. Taking control of your fears is one of the most empowering feelings in the world. For example, taking this class was one of the scariest things that I've ever done. I was terrified to speak in public, but every time I get up here, I get a little bit more comfortable with it. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to become fearless, because honestly, that's an impossible thing to ask of yourselves. But why should that be your goal? Your goal should be to stop letting fear control you, not to banish fear completely. This will allow you to live life to the fullest and to do some things that you might want to do if you weren't afraid. It also goes along with creating your own happiness. According to psychologytoday.com, happiness is the state of well-being that encompasses living a good life, that is, with a sense of meaning and deep satisfaction. So how do we create this sense of meaning and satisfaction in our lives? Well, the key is to find value in everything we do. Whether you're in a class that you dislike or a sport you aren't particularly fond of, find something that you like about it. Make it worthwhile and try to find something positive in it, because happiness is a choice. You can't choose what happens in the world around you, but you can choose how you let it affect you. Everyone should learn to be more appreciative, to step out of their comfort zone and face their fears, and to create their own happiness in order to live life to the fullest. There are so many aspects in life that we can control. So stop taking things for granted. Take a chance and tell that person how you really feel about them. Get out of your comfort zone and face your fears. Choose to be happy, because as Stephen Rogers once wrote, beginnings are usually scary, endings are usually sad, but it's what's in the middle that counts.